Hey guys, here is a video tutorial of how to make my Easter Bunny cream egg holders. Start by loading your bunny files into Cricut Design Space. If you don't have Design Space, I have another video on my YouTube channel on how to do this with your Silhouette or your Brother machine. So change these top lines to score and then select them all, and don't forget to attach them before you hit send. Next, load your flowers. And here's a tip. If you're using a bunch of scraps, like look at all these that I have. So if you have these, take advantage and use them. So change all of your flowers to the same color before you hit make. And then they'll all be on the same mat. And you can move them around on different spaces on your mat. And then have your scrap papers match your layout that you've just made. So here's my scrap mat. So on your bunny pieces, fold all the score lines, and then you'll attach these two pieces together. And I made it two pieces so that it would fit on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, just so you wouldn't be restricted on what kind of paper that you have or what colors. So this is the type of glue that I really recommend. It's the Tombow Monotype glue. I got it at Michael's, and it's also on Amazon, and it's just the best that I found. I started using my kids' Elmer's glue, and that's terrible. Okay, so just add that piece to that one, and then you can skip that step if you're doing the short bunny because it cuts on one sheet of paper. But so then you go to this step, just put glue on the side tab and then fold over this middle piece and attach that one on top or in front of that. And you can fold it just so that you know that you have the exact placement. And then just fold it back up and fold these two tabs in and put some glue on those on both sides. And then you'll have to kind of gently tuck them back under without getting glue on your fingers and fold the bunny pieces up and then just kind of rub them on there to make sure that they are connected well. So then you'll add in your cream egg, and this is just so that you know where you want to put the glue, how tight you want it to be on your egg, or if you want it to be looser. And then you'll just spread glue all over its ears and its head. And honestly, on this one, I wish I would have made it a little bit tighter. So put glue like down a little bit further in its neck, but it still works when it's loose. So you'll just attach the two opposite sides together, and then you're ready to start your flowers. So with mine, I use my Cricut styling scores to curve these petals. I used it in this video just because I'm assuming you have one if you're doing this project, just so I can show you, how to use what you probably already have. If you don't have one, you could probably use a pencil or a chopstick or a pen or anything that you have around the house that's that size. So just gently kind of curl it around, and you want to do that to both of the skinny petaled pieces, and then one of the thicker petaled pieces. And then for the second thicker petal piece, I used my vinyl weeder tool. And this one I actually just got at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So you could do that, or if you have a toothpick, or just simply kind of fold them without completely creasing them in the center. That would work perfectly. And then just kind of bend the petals up. And then with these little stamen pieces, you'll want to just kind of fold the ends up from the center. It doesn't have to be perfect. You'll go through at the end and kind of fluff them up to make them look perfect. Okay, so then just put a tiny drop of glue in the center of your flower, and then add the other piece on top, but make sure that it's staggered so that you can see both of the petals. I used my scoring stylus again to push down in the middle since they're folded up just a little bit. And then you just kind of, push down with it to burnish them together to make sure they're together, and kind of, fold them up a little bit. And then you'll need two of the stamen pieces for the one flower, and you do just the same thing, but maybe even a tinier drop of glue. And then you'll stagger them the same. So next you're going to add your flowers to your bunny. So lay them on your side, and I used my scraper tool just to kind of make them a little more flat. And then set your flowers and your petals on your bunny just to make sure that you have a good layout. I mean, you don't have to do this step, but I highly recommend it because anytime I start just gluing, it's not where you wanted it. So lay them out however you like. You don't have to do it the way I did it, obviously. And then for each flower, you'll want to put a small amount of glue on the back, a little bit bigger than what you did to assemble them, about that size. And attach it on. And then your second one the same way. And the petals kind of jam into each other. I just kind of flattened one of them and then kind of fluffed the other one up. And then with the petals, I just put a small drop of glue at the end of one of the leaves and then kind of tucked them under the flowers. And then to go back in and kind of fluff them up, I use my weeding tool again and just pull them up and fluff them up to look like a real flower. A toothpick would work really well on this part too. So there's your bunny, and if you want to add a name to it to make them place cards, I have another video on my YouTube channel on how to do that. Or just use them as a fun little spring gift for a special friend. I hope you enjoy making these as much as I enjoyed making the template.